folks, SeKo Starcraft here, bringing you some SE2 replays from some of the recent gonzy cups. We had the Community Cup for December, the Qualifying Cup, and the Finals. Lots and lots of Starcraft happening recently. I'm picking out some of the highlight games, some of the ones that really stood out in my mind. I'm going to speed it up a little bit here at the beginning. This one we have Cube, one of the crowd favorites of the tournament, against PIKACHU, who's no slouch in his own regard. PSC2 brings together a lot of really good talent for the gonzy cups. Cube is semi-professional in his quality, former Grandmaster, now Master Player. And yeah, it brings some really good creative styles. This was a best of 3 style tournament for this round, so that means sometimes we just got some fun games. Sometimes it means we just had some really strong strategies. Anywho, because it is a PVT, cross spawns on a 4-player map, we got ourselves fairly standard openings right now out of both players. Double gas pretty fast out of Cube, so it doesn't look like he's going to be going for any type of fast macro play. Going to get some tech out first, whereas on this side we're likely just going to get a Reaper popping out, because that's what we do when we're playing as Terran. We want to be able to see what's going on pretty fast. We do have a probe going out to scout, just going to see where his Terran opponent is. Cybernetics core, nice full wall off on one side. Going to keep him alive against any type of Reapers trying to run around and be obnoxious. Full wall off, and out comes the Reaper. He won't catch the scouting probe, so might be able to come over here and be a little bit of a bugger, which is a nice thing to do if you are a Protoss and you're in this position. Because there's usually no other units that are going to be coming out this soon. Almost gets the kill and is going to delay the command center for quite a while. There's no other worker down here. Finally, he does kill off that pesky probe, but he did delay that command center a long time. I believe the Reaper was killed, but it did get one more probe down here. Yes, it did. It got 2 total kills so far. And he did get a really fast robo facility, which, this is something when I was casting this live just kind of blew my mind. Essentially, one base Colossusing, extra aggressive and funky. And the thing about one base Colossus is that it's really not like that good. If you don't have an army protecting your Colossus, it essentially just dies. It'll just get run on top of by some stim bio and just get destroyed, and they cost so much. But we see the first thing he's getting out is actually a warp prism. So we might be getting the famous Colossus drops. Stalker and Mothership Core coming over here to try to be a little pesky. He's got to be careful. Mothership Cores are very fragile. We actually have more Marines popping out right now trying to catch it. She's very close to losing that. Snipes off one Marine. Almost loses that Mothership Core, but we'll keep it alive. And really this is only pressuring the Terran player to stay in his base. Stim pack has started. So that way he can get out a really fast Colossus for his Colossus drops. And it's scouted, it's scanned, he sees the one base Colossus, which is hilarious. One of the best scans you could ever have in this situation. And there goes the Thermal Lance now that he can afford it. You gotta imagine just how expensive this is on one base. The Robo facility itself I think is what, 100 gas? Yes. Warp Prism. Oh wow, I didn't realize there was no gas for Warp Prism. I thought that they were gas-based units. But anyways, it's 200 gas for the Thermal Lance, and I believe another 200 gas for a Colossus there. Yeah. So very expensive to get out. But it is on its way. Heading across the map right now. And if we look at units, worker-wise, they're actually equal at this point, even though the Nexus has just started. And it's surprising for me how, maybe it should be surprising, how really top-level talent somehow always seems to keep ahead on worker counts and things like that. Good chunk of bio getting ready for any type of a Warp Prism play. Looks like he didn't want that particular add-on at this point in time. And this is super standard. 2 base, 3 racks. Ooh. Stim pack is not finished just yet. Now we get the little Colossus dance. Thermal Lance is very close to finishing up. The reason why this normally doesn't work is once Stim pack is usually done, you can just clobber a Colossus like this. But now the Thermal Lance is done, we're going to see a actual true hero unit. "12 kills. Oh, big stim. Almost gets it. Ooh, got one shot off before it goes down. Behind this, there's more Colossus on the way. Warp Prism speed, more gateways. Still building 2 probes at a time. This is frustratingly weird. As the Terran player, what I would be working on right now is Vikings. Like, get out 2 Vikings, this is shut down immediately. Not just for shooting the Colossus, but the Warp Prism has to run away then. More big stim packs here. I can see why he wants the medevacs because of how burnt his units are. They're so fried. Colossus up to 23 kills. I don't know, I find this kind of funny. He's going to try for a wraparound, but these units are also pretty weak. There is an observer here on this other side. I believe there's more attacks actually ready to come in. But just this Warp Prism control on, like, it's so hard to do as an amateur player. You might be watching this like, man, I should go for Warp Prism drops. But sometimes your opponents just go across the map and kill you. I mean, right now it's harder because there's actually a lot of production. But these are all the units the Protoss player has right now. It's 2 Colossus, a Stalker, and 2 Sentries. That's it. That's everything. So generally, the way you deal with this is to just go kill it. Warp Prism speed is finished now, so we can see this thing just rocketing around the map. This is a good map for it too. A lot of space over here on this side. Once again, a Viking or 2, and this is shut down. It's going for a 3rd command center at this time, which if we look at the units wise, the amount of workers, I mean, the Terran player is kept kind of up there, but the Protoss player is just slowly pecking away behind this. He's getting his upgrades, he's getting more Colossus. This actually looks pretty flimsy, except for the force field control he probably has. There's a Viking out. Did our Warp Prism die? Nope, over here. "42 kills. If he gets up to 50 kills, then it becomes a legendary Colossus. Big stim. The bio's coming around the other side to try and catch up to it. But right now, Terran player is going to start moving out. He's delayed this command center for a while. He's going to start making his warp ins. Get ready for his next big attack here. Lots of sentries. Going to be able to do a lot of force fields. Cancels the command center over here. Now the Terran player's got to fall back. But at the same time, we have our Colossus. Come on, get to 50. Only 2, oh sorry, there's 3 Colossus here at the front. More Colossus in production, just straight up lots of Colossus. And there isn't that much anti-air. There's a Stalker and mostly sentries. So if there were like 8 Vikings out right now, he'd probably just like clobber through this. I think he's only got a couple though. Which is unfortunate. Once again, this is a weird strategy. This isn't supposed to really win in most cases. Oh, loses Observer. Couple of Stalkers up here on the high ground. Looks like he is going to lose the Colossus. Oh, I don't think it got up to its legendary status. But at the front door now, he's just going to walk in and kill him. Force field on the ramp. Lots of stimming going on up here. Behind this, 3rd Nexus is going down. More gateways, another Warp Prism. And this army really can't engage down into this. These 3 Colossus only got +1 armor, no actual upgrades. Will still just crush through this army. So many stims, no medevacs here. That did keep the command center alive, but supply-wise, we see the Protoss player really start to pull away. More gateways going down. Templar Archives. And another Warp Prism. Looks like he did do a little drop over here. They're just going to pick up 1 Colossus. Every little bit counts. But at the same time, he's just kind of getting crushed by great force field control at the front. He will lose one of these Colossus here once again. Not much for anti-air in play. Nice, finally got a few stalkers over here. Where did that drop go? Oh. Photon overcharge cures all. Gonna come and target down these Vikings, keep his Colossus alive. SCVs get pulled. Let's see if one of these Colossus is gonna become a Mega Colossus. 21 kills on that guy. 15. Terran players essentially routed at this point. There's almost nothing you can do. And this must have been very frustrating for Pikachu. Like, I can't imagine playing this kind of style for this long, going up against somebody with that kind of Colossus control. Like, one random sentry got left behind. There's still 3 Colossus with this army, so this Terran army really can't push out. I don't think there's much for force fields now, but there's just enough units in play that you really can't take it on. And there's the GG, and it's over. Pretty cool game. Love Cube, puts on a show when he's got the opportunity to, and there's not too many times you see really effective use of Colossus drops. SeKo Starcraft, thanks everybody for watching. We'll talk with you later.